Follow these 5 fact-based creators and regularly share their work if you want to fight fascism. Fubar PAC is a real political action committee founded by Air Force veteran Jack Acker. He explains the news with fact-based reenactments, and he always cites his sources.
Why do you actually want Greenland? Trump megadonor Peter Thiel wants to build unregulated freedom cities there, just like Prospera in Honduras. Then we can make our own laws and freely run social experiments, trade crypto, and even strip mine Greenland's rare earth minerals.
Charles McBride is a strategist who describes himself as a humanitarian advocate highlighting important causes. His video defining fascism is the best I've seen.
Fascism is a form of palingenetic ultra-nationalism. Now that word palingenetic comes from palingenesis, the idea of a national rebirth. Fascism is obsessed with a cult of national purity and an idea of a mythic golden past that must be returned to through a form of national rebirth.
Dysregulation Nation translates neuroscience to help make sense of our political moment. Her video on the illusory truth effect explains MAGA's propaganda strategy.
When a claim is repeated enough times, it starts to feel familiar. And over time, familiarity can be misread by the brain as truth. And the power of this effect has nothing to do with how persuasive or evidence-based a claim is.
Dr. Jessica Nurek has a PhD in nutrition science and focuses most of her work on the disinformation spread by our lying public health officials. But this video on MAGA propaganda is thebomb.com.
In George Orwell's 1984, there's a part where the government announces a generous increase in chocolate rations. Specifically, the Ministry of Plenty says that the chocolate ration is being raised to 20 grams per week. Last week, the Trump administration posted that all 50 states will receive historic funding to strengthen rural healthcare. So they cut over $900 billion and then in the same bill allocated a small portion of that back to rural hospitals and are celebrating it as a historic investment that we should be grateful for. They cut your 30-gram ration of chocolate to 20 grams and called it a generous increase.
Happy Mom and Grandma 1 is the account of a licensed family therapist who has signed up to receive Trump's emails. She helps you see just how predatory Trump's communication strategy is to his base.
How does it feel to be the first in Alaska to take a January MAGA survey? It's clearly official. It's got my name and my state. It asks a bunch of stupid questions and then requires a $35 donation to submit. Then this one, before I sign your name on your tariff check, is Karen spelled right? Confirm check here. Sent from Toronto Dump's iPhone. And look, it's official. There he is with money. And to say yes, I'd like a tariff check, you have to make a minimum donation of $20.25.
You don't have to agree with everything these creators say. I don't, but exposing yourself to a diversity of fact-based viewpoints is the foundation of a healthy media diet. So give an effing ish about your media diet and don't keep it to yourself. Disinformation pumped into the brains of our MAGA friends and loved ones on apps just like this one is what got us into this mess. And you pumping facts and pro-democracy information back into these apps is what's going to get us out.
A healthy media diet and you.